मुलुंडमध्ये गेली 8 वर्षे दंतवैद्यकशास्त्राची म्हणजे डेंटिस्ट्रीची प्रॅक्टिस करणारे डॉक्टर निखिल खांडगे यांनी मुंबई युनिव्हर्सिटीमधून BDS केलेलं आहे. त्यानंतर व्हिएन्ना तसेच जर्मनीमधून त्यांनी डिप्लोमा इन लेझर डेंटिस्ट्री तसेच फेशियल इम्प्लांटॉलॉजीमधील डिप्लोमा हे अभ्यासक्रमही पूर्ण केले आहेत. आर्थिक बळ तुटपुंजे असतानाही केवळ दुर्दम्य इच्छाशक्ती व जिद्द यांच्या जोरावर त्यांनी स्वतःचे क्लिनिक उघडून स्वतंत्र प्रॅक्टिस सुरू केली आणि आता मुलुंड येथे प्रॅक्टिस करण्यासोबतच ते मुंबई, गुजरात, पुणे, कोल्हापूर, बंगळुरू अशा अनेक ठिकाणच्या क्लिनिक्समध्ये कन्सल्टंट इम्प्लांटॉलॉजिस्ट व लेझर सर्जन म्हणून कार्यरत आहेत. इंडियन डेंटल असोसिएशनच्या विविध कार्यक्रमांच्या माध्यमातून ते अध्यापनही करतात. त्याचप्रमाणे नवीन टेक्नॉलॉजीचा वापर करून पेशंट्सना उत्तमोत्तम सेवा देण्यावर व आपले ज्ञान अद्ययावत ठेवण्यावर त्यांचा नेहमीच कटाक्ष असतो. लोकांच्या दंत आरोग्याची काळजी घेऊन त्यांचे स्मितहास्य कायम ठेवणाऱ्या या क्षेत्राविषयी आता आपण डॉक्टर निखिल यांच्याकडूनच ऐकूया.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Nikhil Khandge and I'm a practicing dentist from Mumbai, and I've been practicing dentistry from the past 8 years, and I'm very happy today and of course excited also to share my experiences regarding my branch, that is dentistry, to all of you. Now just a brief introduction of what I have done till now. I have done my BDS, that is Bachelor in Dental Surgery, from Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, Nasik, from PDU Dental College, Solapur. After which I have done my diploma in laser dentistry from University of Vienna, Austria, followed by my diploma again in laser dentistry from Aachen in Germany. After which I pursued my implant education, that is diploma in oral and maxillofacial implantology from Lille, France. So today I'll be sharing with you some of my experiences with my branch, that is dentistry, and also how I got into this field and what are the opportunities, what are the challenges which you'll be facing if at all you want to pursue your branch or career in dentistry. Now, as far as speaking about dentistry is concerned, dentistry is an art and science, and if you feel that you have an affinity towards dentistry, you should definitely go and pursue this career. Now, to enter dentistry, in my times there were 2-3 options. Either you can get into dentistry by doing MHC, by giving the MHCET entrance exam, or there was an associate CET, or you can get in dentistry by having a management seat. So once you have got in dentistry, there are 4 years of knowledge and 1 year of practical training. So that makes it 5 years in total. So the first year you are taught about anatomy, that is how your body is made of, what the body is exactly made of. Physiology, how the body functions. Biochemistry, what is the chemical composition of the body. And dental material sciences. So once you know all that, that ends the first year. The second year, you're taught about dental anatomy and dental histology. That means the exact anatomy of the tooth, the structure of the tooth, and what the tooth is consisting of. That is one thing. Secondly, you're taught pathology. That means in the first year, you understood that what is the normal body function. Now you will understand what is the disease. So that is pathology. Microbiology, what causes the disease, which are the microorganisms or the germs which cause the disease. And then you have preclinical. That means before you enter the clinics, you need to do some work, hands-on work on dummies. So you have preclinical in endodontics, that is root canal treatment or conservative dentistry, and prosthetics, that is restoring artificial teeth. So those are the 2 branches which are just practically oriented, no theory as far as the second year is concerned. In third year, you have general medicine, general surgery, community dentistry, and oral pathology. That means diseases pertaining only to the oral cavity or the facial cavity. After which, in the final year, that is in the fourth year, you have got 7 branches. Oral surgery. Now, oral surgery deals with cysts, tumors, fractures, any sort of treating any kind of a disease pertaining to the oral cavity in a surgical manner. The second branch would be endodontics and conservative dentistry. Endodontics is nothing but root canal treatment. Whenever a tooth is decayed till its nerve, how do you deal with it? How do you remove the nerve, restore the tooth, and how do you restore the form and function of that tooth? The third branch is oral medicine diagnostic radiology. Now, in oral medicine, as the name suggests, it's about diagnosing what kind of disease has happened, and diagnostic radiology, that means it's a form of a medical imaging which helps us to understand what sort of disease has taken place, and it helps us to plan what kind of a treatment should be executed on that. Then next would come orthodontics. Now, orthodontics is the science of correcting the malpositioned teeth with the help of braces. Pediatrics. Pediatrics is dealing with children. Now, small children need different kind of attention as far as dentistry goes, because they have milk teeth. Milk teeth are completely different from the permanent teeth which we have as adults. So, dealing with milk teeth, and then behavioral problems as far as the children goes. The children are not always sitting on the dental chair. Obviously, everyone is scared of dentists, and children all the more. So, how do you behaviorally manage those kids and give them a proper dental treatment, and without scaring them or giving them a pleasant feeling at the dentist's office, is what pediatric dentistry is. In the final year, there are 7 subjects which you have to deal with. All the subjects are very important. The first subject is OMDR, that is Oral Medicine Diagnostic Radiology. As the name suggests, oral medicine and diagnosis helps us to come to know what exactly has happened to the patient, and then based on that information, we plan the treatment plan. And diagnostic radiology is a type of medical imaging like X-ray, CT scan, MRI, which will help us again to know what exactly has happened to the patient, and then plan how we can treat the patient. The next branch is oral and maxillofacial surgery. This deals with anything, any pathology which has happened to the patient, to be dealt or to be treated in a surgical fashion. Now, this includes cysts, tumors, oral precancers, cancers, fractures, realigning the joint, and so on. The next branch is orthodontics. Orthodontics is aligning the malpositioned teeth which are crooked or which have gap in them to making a very beautiful smile, which helps the patient to increase their confidence and increase their chewing efficiency also with the help of braces. The next branch is endodontics. Endodontics is anything which needs to deal with a root canal. That is endodontics and conservative dentistry. So your fillings, your elimination of pain, if at all the tooth is decayed and the decay has gone till the nerves, comes all in the branch of endodontics. Then is pediatric dentistry. Now, pediatric dentistry deals with kids. Now, kids are very different as far as behavior is concerned, as far as even dentistry is concerned, as patients, because kids have a different set of dentition which we call as deciduous dentition or a primary dentition. It's different from the adult dentition. Now, primary dentition is always small. The kids also open their mouth in a very limited manner, and the kids are very scared of the dentist. Even the adults are scared of dentists, so even kids will be all the more scared. So, behaviorally managing the kids and treating their problems is one aspect of pediatric dentistry. The next is prosthodontics. Prosthodontics is replacing the natural teeth with artificial teeth, or where natural teeth have been lost, you replace that condition with artificial teeth, which will help in restoring the form and aesthetics and function of the patient. That means the patient should be able to chew, the patient should be able to look nice, that means look younger or how he was before, and lead a healthy lifestyle. That is a part of prosthodontics. And then finally comes periodontics. The periodontics is a specialty which deals with gum problems like bleeding gums, bad breath which comes from the mouth. Uh, so many problems deal with gums. The next is post graduation. Now this is where your fourth year ends. So 1 year you are given 1 month posting in all of these branches so that you get a first hand clinical experiences under supervision of experienced doctors on how to deal with all these kind of diseases. So once you are out as a BDS or a dental surgeon, you can either put your own practice or else you can go for further studies. Now, if you choose to go for further studies, you have very many options. First option is you can choose to study in India. So that the course is called as MDS or Masters in Dental Surgery. You can do Masters in Dental Surgery in 9 different branches. The 7 branches which I told you, that is oral medicine, diagnostic radiology, oral surgery, orthodontics, endodontics, periodontics, pedodontics, and prosthodontics. These 7 branches which are already there in final year. Added to that is oral pathology and community dentistry, or in other words, they call it public health dentistry also, which increases the awareness of the general population towards dentistry. So you can do MDS in these 9 branches, of which 6 branches are clinical and 3 branches are non-clinical. There are certain allied branches in dentistry also. These branches are basically based on upcoming technology and how that technology will help to get our results in better, faster and more efficient way. That is microdentistry, laser dentistry, implantology, and aesthetics. So there are various diploma and fellowship programs which have been offered by different universities across India, and also there are many abroad universities which are coming in India, and they are offering correspondent programs. Now, if you want to pursue your further education in some other branch, like this is a non-dental thing, you can also give UPSC exams, you can give MPSC exams and be a part of the service commission, help the government in its own aspects. After that, coming to career, once you are out as a dentist, you can do many things. Firstly, you can have your own dental practice. So, like I am having my dental practice from the past 8 years. Secondly, you can become a consultant in different centers or different hospitals which are already having an established practice. Thirdly, you can divert yourself in teaching. Now, teaching in colleges is depending on the seniority level. First, if you join the college at a BDS level, that means when you do BDS, Bachelor in Dental Surgery, and you join the college, you get the post of a lecturer. If you do MDS and you join the college, it's the post of a senior lecturer, which with your experience moves up to reader, then assistant professor, then professor, then head of department. And then if you want, you can become the dean of a college also. This is how the teaching goes. After that, you can have a lot of non-clinical branches, non-clinical careers also, like medical underwriting for insurance companies. You can do clinical research for many other companies, which are pharmaceutical companies, and so on. Apart from private clinics and consulting in hospitals and non-clinical jobs, a person also can pursue jobs in government sector. Jobs can be offered in armed forces and dental trade industries also. Now, as far as jobs abroad are concerned, a dentist can take up a job in the United States or Europe or the Middle East. Now, there are different criteria for different countries. Now, so you'll need to look into those criteria accordingly, and the criteria change from 2 to 4 years, every 2 to 4 years, some criteria change every year. For example, if you want to become a practicing dentist in Dubai, you should already have a 3-year experience as a graduate or a postgraduate, and you should qualify their examination, and then you are licensed to practice in their country. But I would recommend stay in India. India is our country, and there is always a need for good doctors, great doctors to be in India itself, and we need to do that at least for our country. Money is not always the primary thing in life. You always need to have a comprehensive package. See, you're doing your careers for your family life. Now, what is the use of a career if you do not get ample time to your family, if you do not have happiness with your family? So, this is just a personal recommendation to you, that choose a career. Like, for example, dentistry gives me flexibility of time. I can appoint my patient whenever I want. It's never an emergency as such, though there are dental emergencies. So that is one advantage which I get from dentistry. Second advantage is it pays well with the sort of dentistry which is being practiced in India. Also abroad, also it's said that dentists in US are the highest paid professionals in the world. But even in India, dentists do have a great lifestyle. Again, you get a lot of family time also. It's less stressful a job than the other jobs. But only downside to dentistry is that there are a lot of dentists coming up. I mean, there are approximately 40 dental colleges in Maharashtra, most of which have an intake capacity of between 40 to 100 students. So, roughly 3,000 students are passing out every year, becoming dentists, opening their own clinics. The geographic area remains the same, but the number of dentists increase. So that is one problem which of late the dentists are facing. But according to me, I don't feel that there is a problem, because as the number of dentists increases, so is the population increasing. So the number of dentists per unit population is more or less going to remain the same. Only the geographic area is going to get more crowded. And in the end, what I would want to tell you is, no matter how you're performing right now, you're at the peak of your success or you feel down and out, what is really important is you put hard work and you have a proper goal in life, you have an aim in life, and work towards it every day. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Rome wasn't built overnight. And what is constant is change. And change always happens with hard work. So now that you've understood what opportunities dentistry offers, what challenges dentistry offers, and if you feel that you have a thing for art and science, especially the combination of art and science, you should definitely go and pursue your career in dentistry. And I wish you all the very best. Thank you.